Alright guys, welcome back. Max Bel here. Welcome to this new YouTube video where I'm going to show you exactly how I set up a fuck date with a bartender I met in a bar. Obviously, met her, talked to her for like 2-3 minutes max, and then took the conversation to Instagram, message her for like an hour max, a couple of messages throughout the hour, and then I set up a fuck date. So this video is going to be for you specifically if you suck at texting. You constantly get ghosted online. You don't know how to move the conversation forward. You don't know what to say, how to get her from, liking you a bit in real life to actually being turned on, actually wanting to go on a date with you. And more importantly, setting up a date directly at your place. How would that feel if you had the opportunity, if you had the competence, the ability to set up a date at your place instead of having to go to the city downtown and take drinks with the girl and like spend like all that fucking time, wasting that time instead of just inviting the girl to your place, having a casual bottle of wine and fucking her the very first night, okay? So that's what you're going to learn in this training. It's going to be something that I took from my Instagram system course. So the Instagram system course is a little step-by-step course where I teach you everything about online dating, okay? How to set up a profile, how to message girl on Instagram, everything. So I met this girl in a bar. She was working there. She was a bartender. Talked to her for like a minute, 2-3 minutes max throughout the night. So maybe like, 15 seconds there, 20 seconds there as she brought me another drink, right? I was with my friends. And towards the end of the night, I suspect, I exchanged Instagram. And from there, you're going to see that conversation. I'm going to show it on my screen. You're going to see exactly how I handled everything and how I took it from hey to fuck me daddy, right? So without further ado, watch this training. It's going to change your life. And I'll see you inside.
Guys, welcome back. So let's dive into this fuck date case study. So I start a conversation with my classic opener. It's always sending just a first name. The reason why I do this, why I just start with Georgia, is very simple. I don't want to invest that much, okay? So it's a very low investment for me, okay? And it's low commitment for her as well. So it's a very easy, light way to start a conversation. It also removes, this idea of like, oh, like what should I say? What is the best opener? Because I get this message all the fucking time from clients, from people in the brotherhood, people asking like, Max, what is the best opener? How do I start a conversation? And this is how I start a conversation. It's very simple, just sending the first name, okay? It gets the ball rolling. And as you can tell, like I'm not planning things ahead because then she says, hi, what you're doing. And I'm, instead of like trying to come up with like a witty message and trying to come up with like a funny answer, I'm just sending her a little video of my food at the restaurant, okay? Like literally nothing else. So it's like, Georgia, boom, sending the food. You see, it's very low investment for you and very low commitment for her. Like there's no pressure, okay? And then she says, what restaurant? Then I say, no idea. One of my friends took me there. And then, what are you up to this afternoon? So let's pause for a sec here and let's analyze this thing right here. So no idea, just me being transparent. I have no fucking idea what this place is. And then one of my friends took me there. Okay, so that assumes, what is the meaning of that sentence? Well, the meaning is I have a friend who is well connected or at least has like a decent overview of this city, okay? And that's very important because what you know of this case study is that I don't know the city, okay? I'm a fucking tourist in this city. I'm only here for the weekend. So I don't want to portray myself as a tourist. I want to portray myself as somebody who is connected, somebody who has a powerful network, friends, social proof. Those are all the things that, I keep hammering over and over again because they're one of the 7 leverages of attraction. Okay, so social proof, social pre-selection, super important. Okay. The second thing I'm doing is I'm very quickly moving things forward. So very quickly, I'm like, what are you up to this afternoon? And the backstory is basically I was with my friends for the weekend and I didn't have much time. Okay? I didn't want to lose a night going on a date with that girl and sacrifice a night out with my friends in a venue, right? So what I did, my plan in mind was I'm going to set up a date with her in the afternoon, fuck her, and then go out with my friends at night. That's what I did. So that's why I'm so straightforward. I'm not losing time. I'm just like logistics. Okay? So what you're going to learn in this case study is that there's always a trade-off between making some conversation, like creating that attraction, leveraging those attraction triggers, and then at the same time just moving things forward. So then she says, okay, looks really good. No plans. What about you? So no plans, like that's a green flag. Okay, no plans, great. I'm like, great. I have plans for you, baby. Okay, so then I'm like, let's grab drinks. Again, like you can see in my style, it's very short. It's very like to the point, right? I'm not wasting my time. That's what I want you to remember from this case study. I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to the point. Then she's like, sure, when, where, and when. Okay. So what you have to understand is this. Right now, there's a green flag, like she's okay to go on a date. She's not okay yet to go on a fuck date. Okay? So that's like the second part of the plan. So then I'm like, okay, 6 p.m. because I have things to do with my business before that. Okay? Here, what do? High value. Okay? Showing a bit of my lifestyle. Like I'm busy, right? I'm traveling, I'm not a tourist, and I'm working as well. And then this is where I start sexualizing and setting up the fuck date step by step. So then like, just curious, how spontaneous are you from 1 to 10? Okay? There's like, me, 8. I like to do new things. Then I'm like, fuck, that's amazing. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Because I'm hella spontaneous too. Okay? So, by the way, those sentences, they're all part of my texting script. They're all part of my escalation script. Okay? And obviously, this is what I teach you in the Instagram system, which is my step-by-step course, where I teach you, I'm basically taking you from not having an Instagram account, being stuck with online dating and online dating apps that are total crap, to building an Instagram account, knowing exactly how to create a profile, what pictures to take, how to take pictures like super effectively, super fast, not wasting your time, and also how to text like a fucking god, like a message, like a texting god basically, and how to set up fuck dates super easily, 2-3 fuck dates per week if you want to with your Instagram account. Even if you have like 0 followers, 0 pictures, I'm basically showing you how to do all that stuff super quickly, super effectively. Okay? Anyway, so that's part of the course. So then she says, oh, I got the feeling yesterday that you were spontaneous, right? So it's good, right? My real life interaction also helped me with my texting, right? Remember, like it's a total package thing. You need to be that guy. You need to be spontaneous in real life. You need to be fun in real life, high value in real life. And it needs to be reflected in your texting as well. And she sensed this with me barely talking to her. Okay, I spent maybe like a minute and a half having a conversation with her. That's it. Like that's pretty much it. Okay. Cool. So here I'm basically moving things forward. Okay, how spontaneous are you? I'm an 8. Okay, what's the craziest thing you've ever done, right? So moving forward on the closing ladder, on the sexualization ladder. It's definitely not as crazy as you might have done, okay? And then I'm like, I'm not judging, right? So very important frame to instill in the interaction is the non-judgmental frame. So you want her to feel like you're not going to judge her if she's a slut, basically. That's what it's all about. So I'm not judging. And then she's like, oh, I know. what's the craziest thing you've ever done? So she's flipping the question because she wants to know if, I actually did some crazy things, right? And this is where we're going to start sexual storytelling, okay? Again, I'm just following my scripts, guys. Like, this is how, at the time I was actually traveling to this city in Romania, and one of my friends, he is not in, like, he's a super successful entrepreneur, but he's not into that whole dating stuff, okay? So he hasn't spent years being mentored by some of the greatest guys in the world in this area. And he doesn't know, like, all the scripts, all the techniques that we use and all that stuff. And so he literally saw me copy paste some shit that I told him were inside my sexualization script. And I told him, look, bro, I'm not inventing anything. I'm just copy pasting from my script. The same thing that I share with guys for almost nothing, if not for free. Okay? And he was like, that's fucking crazy. Like, how come you can copy paste some stuff and it works and it gets you a fuck date? Right? It's fucking mind-blowing. So anyway, so I'm just running my script right here, and I'm like, first, are you open-minded? Okay, so again, hammering in the non-judgmental frame. She's like, very. I'm like, that's very good, because maybe that's because you lived in different places. So I know this girl is actually, so she lived in Romania, but she actually grew up in Ireland. So I know she has like the Western mentality as well. And so I'm just reinforcing the fact that she's open-minded, and I'm reinforcing it with actual facts about her, right? Because you want that to become like her reality, basically. It's not enough just to have a girl tell you, oh yes, I'm open-minded. It's much better if you create a narrative around it, and like, oh yeah, of course you're open-minded because X, Y, Z, right? So that's what I'm doing. And then she's like, yeah. So then I'm like, but honestly, I'm not sure if I can tell you. Okay? And then she's like, why? And I'm like, it's a little explicit. And she's like, tell me even more, haha. Okay? Then I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll tell you. And this is where the storytelling comes in. So long story short, last year for my 23rd birthday, I went out with my girlfriends and 4 of her model girlfriends. It was a weird year because all of my guy friends were traveling in Europe and I was by myself with my girl in Paris. We rented a limo, went to the club, the 6 of us, and a dude gave us some Molly. And she's like, I want to take it. And long story short, we had an orgy in the back of the limo at the end of the night until the driver kicked us out. Okay? So that's my story. Now, let's take a minute just to analyze a little bit what is going on in this story, why it's so powerful, and how it's going to help me a lot setting up my fuck date. So, went out with my girlfriends and 4 of her model girlfriends, okay? So, this implies that my ex was a model, and I'm going out with 5 different girls. Okay, so this is a lot of pre-selection. This is a lot of social proof. It's very powerful. We rented a limo. It's not like that's not. It's I wouldn't say it's very very high value, but it could imply that I have. I'm wealthy enough to rent a fucking limo for my birthday. But quite frankly, anybody can do it, so it's not that much. And then basically we had an orgy in the back of the limo until the driver kicked us out. So again, like a lot, this is not just pre-selection, this is sexual pre-selection, okay? So a lot of sexual value. And then it's her time to share with me her crazy sexual stories. So she's like, okay, one thing that comes to mind is that when I just started working, and some clients, 3 guys invited me to their house. I ended up going and doing some stuff with all of them, blah, blah. Like, guys, you would be surprised. The moment you start running this routine, the girl was super fucking sweet. Like, if I was a random simp, a random guy, I would be like, I want this girl to be my girlfriend, right? I would have been like a random simp. But since I know the game and I have my script, I'm able to see through that. And so when I hear a girl tell me some crazy sexual story like this, I'm like, this is good. I'm gonna fuck her, but I also know she might not be girlfriend material, right? So I'm doing this because I'm seeking the truth. I want to see what this girl is all about, okay? And the only way to do this is by following this script, sexual preselection, crazy sexual stories, and from there it opens her up, and she actually tells me stories. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for a second that the sound stops. Anyway, so then I'm like, good, did you enjoy it? Then she's like, some of it. I wish I would have done crazier things, like jumping from a plane, blah, blah, or stealing a boat in Greece. Then I'm like, okay, you still have time. So you still have time. It builds a power frame, like I'm a more experienced guy, you know. So it positions me as higher value, basically, right? It's like when you have like an older person giving you life advice, right? That's kind of like what I'm doing. Then I'm like, what do you like the most when you have sex with a guy? I feel your sub vibes, okay? So I feel your sub vibes means I feel your submissive vibes. So then she's like, haha, I was about to say I like domination, like every girl. Then I'm like, that's good. I like to dominate. Say no more, haha. So I'm just sexualizing, moving things forward. We have a bunch of key questions here. So basically, questions is, are you open-minded, right? Telling a sexual story, making her beg for the story as well. I'm not sure if I can tell you. That's one of the principles I used as well. And opening the communication when it comes to sex. Learning exactly what she likes when she has sex with a guy, because you don't want to have a shitty one night stand. You want to have an amazing one night stand, and so this is why I go over some of these questions, because I really want to get to know the girl. If a girl tells me, "Oh, I like this" or "I like that," then I might adapt, and it's better. And you can use that to also share things with her about what you like in sex. Okay, I love when girls are doing this. I love when that, right? They're just like, you're really hot, by the way. Then I'm like, thanks, you're really my type too. Look, I'll have to get back to work, but I'll text you the address later. I'm around Blue Mana is like a spot in somewhere. So basically, I'm done with the sexualization. She really wants to have sex. She's really turned on. When a girl tells you like you're really hot, guys, like she's really turned on. She wants to fuck right now, okay? So toning it down. I have to get back to work because I think right now it's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon and the date is going to be at 6, okay? So I have to get back to work, which I did. And then she's like, okay. And I'm like, get ready for 6 p.m. Best date of your life. So you have to understand this. I went over some like super hardcore sexualized stuff. It's time to go back to something a bit more romantic. So I'm like, best date of your life. It's not sexual, right? A best date. When you tell a girl you're gonna have the best date of your life, she's imagining very right away. She's imagining, oh, you're gonna take her on an adventure. She's gonna travel with you. She's gonna do a million different things in one date. Like, that's the best date of your life. That's what it looks like in a girl's mind. Okay? And then she's like, what's the dress code? Can't wait. And I'm like, banging hot. Banging hot, baby. She's like, got it. Then I give her the address. This was the address of an Airbnb. And I'm like, can you grab a bottle of wine on the way? I'll give you cash because I won't have time. Okay, so guys, I'm not even bothering about going out, getting a bottle of wine. I'm like, you take care of this shit. I'm working on my business. I'll give you the cash. You take care of it all. Okay? He's like, what? She's like, white or red? I'm like, white. Good, good. Dry as you want. And by the way, like, a girl wants instructions, right? So she wants instructions. She's like, white or red? you can tell, like, you can tell in the length of my text, I'm like very to the point. I'm like white, okay? And then if it's like some bullshit questions like dry, okay, do you want dry white wine? I'm like, as you want, right? Because I really don't give a shit. I have more important things going on. Then she's like, okay, I'm gonna be a bit late because I have to get wine. I'm like, okay, how much time? 15 minutes, cool. Do you want 2 bottles of wine or one? I'm like, one, because I'm gonna fuck you and then I'm gonna go out with my friends. So that's why just one. Then I'm like, okay, I'm here, blah, 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 coming, okay. And that's it. Had great sex. Brought the girl with two of my friends, 2 of my roommates, brought her, on the second floor, smoked a cigarette, had a few drinks, and then had sex. And by 7 p.m. or something like this, it was done, and I was out with my friends and going for dinner at the nicest restaurants in town. Okay, so guys, that was the story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to get a lot of like information from it, learn the script, but also learn my overall strategy, my overall mindset when it comes to texting girls, setting up fuck dates, straight to the point. And if you guys are interested in getting early access to the Instagram system, then highly encourage you to message me with the word Instagram or comment somewhere the word Instagram or click the link in the description. It's going to be either one of those options depending on where it's posted. Okay, so if it's on YouTube, you can click the link below, join the Instagram system. If it's on Facebook, you can comment, and or you can simply message me. And if you do message me, I'll probably give you a discount. Okay, so this course normally retails for, I think it's like $697. But if you message me, you're gonna get a huge discount, one-time offer. Okay, awesome guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like this video, like this post somewhere. If you enjoy the content, if you want more fuck date case studies like this, I can do a lot more of them. Just let me know, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.